Hello, hello, Pamela here with Passionate About Scrapbooking. Thank you for joining me today for Story and Sketch, live with Pamela, where I create an 8.5 by 11 scrapbook page using a story and a sketch. So I have one more thing that I need to do real quick. So I've been interrupted this morning numerous times. I get to use some new cardstock, I think. I'm gonna look and see if I like this color though. I don't know. Give me 1 second. Maybe we will do vanilla. I have one more Cricut cut to do, so I'm just gonna show you what I'm doing and I'll get that started. We're gonna have fun today with the June 2024 paper pumpkin kit. You'll see I've already done the sample cards up here, and then I wanted to use the rest of my kit to create a fun scrapbook page. Let's see. Okay, I think that's good. Oh, I think I need to grab my pumpkin pie. It's not pumpkin pie, pecan pie. Sorry about the noise in the background. Stamp pad, because I'm gonna have to do some sponging. So I thought I had all this time this morning to be completely prepared, and Jeff showed up. He had to go take a bull to the auction, I think, and then come back by here to drop Kyle back off. All right, I think that's done. So can you tell what we're gonna make? I was making pie is what I was doing. All right, we'll see if there's anything else that I have to do. So say hello if you're joining me. Let me make sure I'm live everywhere and that you can hear me fine. So I pulled out. It seems like I have a lot going on here. I'm not using everything, but I wanted to show you part of the paper pumpkin kit, tell you a little bit about that. It's been one of my favorite things Stampin' Up has. All right, let me go to Facebook. Double check. Make sure my volume's down. There we go. Everything's a little slow today. Getting started, it seems. It does show that I'm live. I want to see if maybe I'm going to copy the link, then go to my events. So I have a little business to do right here. It's not showing. Well, let's see here. Happening now. There's our story and sketch event. I'm going to see if I can share it into here. We're on Wednesday, June 26th. There we go. We'll see how this works. Just trying to make sure that everybody sees the live or finds the replay, because I haven't figured out how to go live inside my event using my software. All right, so we're good there. And then one more thing is YouTube. I did want to see if my description posted. Looks like I'm live. I guess I'll click on it and we'll see. All right, everything's looking good. So again, I would love for you to say hello if you're joining me. If you're joining me live, say hello. If you're watching the replay, say hello, maybe hashtag replay, and I know. So we will get started. Get back to my main screen. I have a lot of things open that I hope are not interfering. So here I am. I know you're staring at the screen. Nothing going on. I'm not going to close that out yet because I might need it. All right. So say hello, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Let me know you're watching. That'd be great. All right. So we will be creating an 8.5 by 11 scrapbook page today using the June 2024 paper pumpkin kit. I already created the sample cards and look how cute those are. So everything was in this paper pumpkin package. So that's the front of the paper pumpkin. This is how it comes shipped to you. I think can't remember if it's in a separate box. I feel like it is because the shipping label's not around. But I've already forgotten how it actually comes. So it came with, you can make, I think, 9 cards out of this collection. Out of what's in here, I just made one of each according to the directions, which are in here somewhere. Let me share that real quick. I'll move some of this out of here and we'll get started on the page in a minute. But here is the instruction sheet that you'll get. Okay, this was for the June, so that's already passed. You can get the refills of this. So you get almost everything included except for, I don't think you get the Stampin' Spot or the stamp set right here. It's a cute stamp set. It has some great sayings, but you can use any of the Stampin' Up sentiment stamp sets. So we've got Life is So Much Sweeter with Friends Like You, Wish You Were Here. There's a big thanks. That one's upside down. You're Truly Amazing. And we have So Much to Celebrate, Sending a Big Squeeze, and Sweet Friend. So lots of great sentiments on here on this little bitty tiny stamp set. And then there's also a thin cut dies that are available that coordinates. You can see that thanks coordinates right there. I'm not sure if you can stamp that and then cut it out or if it's just to cut out cardstock or pattern paper or glitter paper or whatever. But these were featured for the April, May, and June. They coordinated with the April, May, and June paper pumpkin. So I don't think I'll be using any of this today. I might use a sentiment. I'm not sure. So you could still recreate what I'm going to do today by purchasing the paper pumpkin refill, which I think, so you can see everything that came in this collection. There was adhesive, stamp set, the paper pumpkin or the Stampin' Spot. You have adhesive. There's some linen thread, die cuts, punch outs, envelopes, card bases. So everything you need to put these together, and you would put 9 cards together. So I am going to be using the leftover because I just created as is the 3 cards, and then I have tons of product left over. So I've got some vellum punch outs I could use, some little pearl adhesive dots. There's the little mini adhesives that come with the kit. So you don't even have to purchase any of that extra. I'm going to set that aside. This was a full sheet of messages. I might could use something out of here. I think we've got congrats, hello. I probably won't though, because I printed out my title, which is going to be fun. And then this is your little insert if you wanted to put this into a case for your stamp set. It comes with that. Your first subscription box that you get, so when you subscribe, the very first one you get, you'll get like a welcome kit, and it'll have a block in it. The previous or the next kits that you get won't come with the block because you've already got it. So just hold on to that, and you can use that for whatever. So everything kind of comes in its own little plastic baggie. Then there's the punch outs. I'll be using those today along. So these are peaches, and I have cherries. And then I'll probably use some of that, I think. These are punch outs for the sentiments. So I don't think I'll need those. I'll grab it if I want to use it for just some decoration. This is what was really cool. It came with die cuts and some vellum. This is like really sturdy vellum. Don't know that I'll use that today on my project. That I can put in the trash because I've already used that. There are some lemons as well, punch outs, but I won't be using lemon today. And I'm going to put one of these, I don't think I'll use those. Might use that, probably not. I think I'm going to nix that right now because these are all part of the 2024-2026 in color collection. That's what this kit was focused on. And then check out these cute envelopes. Let me set all that in here. This is stuff I probably won't use today. Might use a little bit of that, I'm not sure. So look at the envelopes. Aren't they pretty? So that is peach pie. I think that is Summer Splash. Let me look. Yay, I got it right. Summer Splash and Pretty in Pink. So I could cut off some of these if I wanted to. Don't think I'm going to do that today, but we'll keep that kind of close at hand just in case. So there's your little overview of the Paper Pumpkin collection. And you can go to the link in the description to learn more about how you can subscribe. You can do 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. You can do month by month. And then you also have the option of putting it on hold if there was one that you didn't want, or budget-wise, if you needed to skip a month or something. So they've given us tons and tons of options, which is so cool. Okay, so I've pulled out some products here. I have pulled out some of the in colors that I have. So these are the shimmer gems in some of the colors that I'll be using today. And I also have peach pie ribbon I might use. There's that twine that came in the kit that I might end up using. I will need a sponge. I pulled out so far pecan pie and shy shamrock. I may only use that, not 100% sure yet. And I wanted to show you some of the things that coordinate with this kit too. So this is the Mediterranean Blooms collection. This is the Citrus Blooms stamps and dies. So these have oranges, of course. Maybe limes. I saw someone do something with limes. They're not really the shape of lemons, but they're specifically supposed to be oranges. So it's kind of a Mediterranean feel. It has a cute little stamp down here. I thought I probably won't use any of these, but the dies, let me show you them. They coordinate. There's actually 2 sheets in here because there were so many, or they're big actually. So let me share that with you. So there's all your different elements to cut out your, and these are actually the cling stamps. And then this is what coordinates with the paper pumpkin. So let me pull out, like you've got like this is half of that die right there. Let me see if it's bigger or not. It's actually no, it is a little bit bigger. So you could actually use this to make a layer if you wanted. But same style, same design, same thing with these other pieces right here. So this cuts something similar, but you can see it's bigger. And then this is kind of a frame that would be great for sentiments, or on your scrapbook pages, it would be nice for to frame photos and journaling and things like that. So don't think I'll be using any of that, but I did want to share that so you were aware. And then I grabbed this. This is coming available July 3rd. Greetings of the Season. A great, great sentiment stamp set for the holidays. But I wanted to show you the coordinating dies that come with it. I don't know that I'll use these today, but I did see someone do some awesome samples using that collection. So I'm going to have that handy just in case. All right. So I would love for you to say hello, where you're viewing from, if you're watching. That just helps the algorithm and helps people see when you like and heart and comment and share and so forth. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about my plan here. We will have to do some cutting. I didn't get everything pre-cut, but I'm going to create a page about Pi Day, which was March 14th. I'm going to look real quick, and it was this past, I couldn't remember if it was this past March 14th or not, but my photos have to do with Pi on, I think it was, they consider it National Pi Day, but it's Pi as in P-I, but then everybody eats pie on National Pi Day. So we took advantage of that so-called celebration. And of course, I told Jeff on his way home, I mentioned it. And he was like, so does that mean I need to bring home pie? And I was like, yeah, sure, if you want to stop by and get some. Well, he went all out and got us peach praline pie, like a whole pie. And then he loves cherry, so he got half a cherry pie and half a pecan pie. We did invite his parents over, so that's his dad's boots right there, so that, yeah, we wouldn't be stuck with all the pie. So we did share. We were generous. Let me get back to, there we go. All right, so let's pull out the trimmer and get things prepped. I do have my title over here cut. You can see it's a little tinier than I anticipated and might be a little tedious. I didn't have time to go back and change it like I wanted to. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to leave, let me see, I was thinking of doing mats, which I still could. Okay, so I'm going to leave that little, like 1/16 of an inch, I think, around. So it'll be right at 3x4. My photo will be, okay? And I thought about doing some flip-flaps, possibly, so that I can do my journaling, because I didn't get around to doing my journaling yet. Okay, so there's my photos. I do know I want to, let me move some of this out of the way. I need to cut my cardstock, so I have Shy Shamrock. So this coordinates with that right there. We'll cut that in a minute because that would be mats. I want to cut this piece at 8.5 by 11. So it's going to be my base. And then I think I'll show you a tip. Because when I layer paper over top, like I plan to do on this one, I like to gut my paper. Okay, so that is 8.5 by 11. And then what I'll usually do, I usually like to do it like at 1 inch. So I have a 1 inch border, plenty of space to glue down the layer that's going to be on top. So I'm at the 1 inch mark on this side of the cutter, and then I'll move up to the 1 inch right here and go up to 10-ish and stop, rotate. I like to come back to the 1 inch because now we're only going to go up to 7.5. And when you do this, you'll have this piece of paper that you can use for mats or other aspects of the page or layout, plus a whole nother project if you wanted to. So stop at 10. So the blade is right in here, so that's where you know to stop. So I just like to take this extra time to do this step to conserve paper, and I can use that gigantic piece on something else. Okay, so now there's my base. Then I have a 12 by 12. Oh no, I hope I didn't lose any letters. I'm sure I will before this is done. Okay, so now we need this to be, I want a 1/4 inch all the way around. So we're going to do 8 inches by 10.5 for the White Daisy. Or this is White Daisy cardstock from Close to My Heart. It would be basic white with Stampin' Up. I still have quite a bit of White Daisy. All right, so I'm going to pull out my Close to My Heart Versamat because I love using that. Set that aside for a minute and see if I can get this lined up where it needs to be. I think we're pretty good right there. Oops, not quite. Let me see. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to go, let me think for a minute. I have a little crease right there. Oh, well, I missed it when I knew there was one on there. So let's see. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do anything to the background. If I do, I think it'll just be sponging or blending brush. So I'm going to just grab my seal, Stampin' Seal, and get a little bit. I may have to, oops, if that's showing, get my rub and remove eraser out to get that off. Okay, so when you're doing it, when you've gutted your paper, you don't put any adhesive in the middle. But something I do want to do while I'm thinking about it, let's tack down the base real quick. So I'm going to put a little temporary, these are temporary glue dots right here, and then position my cardstock in the center. Now I've got my measurements around and it stays in place. All right, and then we can get this centered on here. Pretty close. Let me see where that adhesive was. Might have been like right there. I can just get that up with a little rub and remove eraser, maybe. There we go. So I'm rearranging, working on my organization in here. I still have work to do over here. I got my new, I have it on the back cabinet, but I got my big Stampin' or cut and emboss machine. Excited about that. Don't think I'll have to use it today, but we'll see. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and punch these out. I kind of have an idea possibly for that. And I thought I'd see if I could bring this in somehow. And then let's punch out. I'm just going to go ahead and punch out all these. Look how easy they come out. They just pop out super easy. Don't know if I'll use them all, probably not. But I'll need a couple of clusters. Now these. You can see that there's 3 or 4, maybe 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different designs of this. So let's do one of each for right now. So a tiny one, a medium-sized one, and then another small one. I think that's right. If you haven't checked out the, I think I shared it last night. There's a video about our alternative projects. And this is what this is considered, an alternative project using your paper pumpkin kit. But they showed in the video how they created these, the cherries and the peaches, and they actually painted them. So they're thick paint, and they did a whole, like a big canvas of them. Then I think they photograph it and then make it into a paper collection or, stuff like this. So it's really neat. Stampin' Up! Has their on-site artists that literally create the products in the Stampin' Up! At corporate, and they share the process of how they do that with you. So it's really cool. So say hello if you're joining me. I haven't seen any comments. So I was going to make sure I'm not missing any. Let's see. All right, let's just close that. Sorry, I'm just looking at my computer real quick. Gonna see what it does on my part. And make sure I'm not missing anything. I don't know if it would show me. So this is a card base. I don't know if I want to use that or not. I was thinking I really wanted to use this for a pop of color. So is there anything we can talk about that would get y'all to comment? How's your weather? That always seems to be a popular one. All right, let me get that back there. Okay, so right now I think I'm going to cut. Let me show you what my thought process was. I don't know if that's, let me see if it works that way. I think that'll work. So I've got the pie up here. I have a title. Let's see here. Happy, I gotta figure out. And of course, I'm already missing something. The air, the wind, or something already blew something away. Blew stuff all over the place. Okay, I found it. Give me 1 second. So we'll see how my title works out. I may have to redo it. But I have, hello, finally. I see comments. I see Debbie and Joe. Thank you for joining me. All right, this is just the, what do they call it? The, on the Cricut, I cut these out. These are close to my heart letters that I had. And now I can't think of, let me get back to my canvas. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Offset. Okay, so that's the offset part of it. So I was thinking I would do it like right here. I'm kind of liking that. I'm going to lay this out a little bit first. We'll figure out mat wise what I want to do and what actually fits on here. So I was kind of thinking I would do, well, this might be more up here, maybe tucked up a little bit higher. And then I have, so it's going to say Happy Pi Day, P-I Day. So my journaling will reference the 3.14 blah, 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 whatever that is. And then Jeff was being funny. I told him to pose, and of course it's on live, so he's standing there, and then he goes down like, so this is the caption that I came up with. Did you say pie? So something like that. And I'll get all these little letters that are hide over here glued on there. But that's going to be a little tedious. We'll see. I tried to go back in to see if I could weld it all together, but I didn't have time to do that. And then, so we've got the peach pie and the cherry pie. So that's why I thought I would figure out something to do with these. I'm just going to throw them on here right now. I may have these come out, and maybe instead of mats, maybe I'll just do a little bit of that on either side. I can cut it apart, and I need a place for journaling, so that's probably where my journaling will be down here. And I need to look at my big screen so I can kind of visually, it helps me, you know, look over top and see what I want to do there. So I've got all those. I think I really, see here. I'm trying to see if there's a way to do like a triangle. Possibly. I think I may need some like over here. If I do it there, then I've got to have this over here. The only problem with that, I may need to come up a little bit more because I don't want to cover up all the pie. Maybe bring the pictures like down a little bit more so they're down like this. That will probably be a little bit more pleasing to the eye. And then my journaling can be right down a little bit, like right down in here. There won't be a ton of journaling. It just, I think the picture kind of says what it needs to say. So I don't think I need this one. I might could put a little one up there and maybe layer down here. We'll see. Somewhere like that. And then bring in some more. I might could lay that under here. I can also get more if I need to. So I might just cut it in half and let it be underneath there. I think that may be what I do. But I am going to cut some mats just to see what they look like. So let's do 4 1/4 because my photos were 3x4s. And we got, so 4 1/4 and 3 1/4. I'm just going to go ahead and do 2 of them. If I don't use them on here, I'll use them for something else. So I'm not too concerned about that. Yes, Debbie, it's hot. I know because we live in the same city. uh, so where are you watching from, Joe? If you're still on. So let's see. So there's that option. I think I might keep bringing these photos in a little bit closer. I think I kind of like that. And they may even overlap a little bit. I always like that. Just don't know yet if I want to do some. Yeah, and this will work good down here still. It didn't have to be up top. We'll have a little bit of white space up here. I could have a little bit of that. Maybe that's what I need to do. Let me put this up underneath the here and see. And that'll give my title a little more pow. I could have a little bit sticking out from underneath there, a little bit over here maybe. I think that, and then that'll kind of create a triangle effect as well. Okay, so I think we've got a plan. Get some scissors. And I think I want to sponge the top of the, I'm just going to cut like right there. So it's going to tuck up under. I bring this down just a little bit more, then maybe this one. So I can get under there without moving stuff too much. Yeah. So you can kind of see things in progress, how my brain is working on this. Okay. And then we'll figure out the actual layout. I think I'm liking that, and I keep bringing this down a little bit further. And we'll have just a couple of lines of journaling down here. So I think I'm liking that. New Jersey, awesome. Never been there. Let's see here. Let's do some sponging. Let's get everything prepped. So I just grabbed some of my, I ordered a bunch of these. These were some of my favorite. The round sponge was one of my favorite products to add to an order, or like a, if I had Hostess rewards with close to my heart and just had $1 or $2 left. These were like $2, something like that, $1.97. So I always stuck those on my orders, and then I ordered extra at the closeout of Close to My Heart, just so I would have them on hand, because it's a full round sponge, and then I would cut them in 8s usually. All right, so we're in the pecan pie. So we're using pecan pie ink, and we have a little bit of pecan pie that we had that night. And yes, it was all so yummy. So I'm just going to sponge it, flick it around the edges. This would probably be really great just to do with the blending brush too. It'd be a little bit softer, but this will kind of make it look like burnt edges. And I might do a little bit, actually I might grab a blending brush just to add a little bit more brown to the top. I started to grab the new beige cardstock, but it was not quite the color I was looking for this. Okay, so this is a lot. How about I make it like really dark around the edges? And then let me grab a blending brush. right in here. And actually, I don't know if I need one. I'll just use what I have left over on here. Let's see here. I think this is working just fine. Whoops, except I'm bending it. Usually I would do this on the... Okay. I think that's going to work just fine. I don't think I want it too much darker. And actually, I kind of like the texture that this is giving it. All right. So we're going to build, we got to build this and this. Probably need to put a little bit at the bottom of the, and we got to build our title. Just going to be kind of a pain, but it is what it is. So I'm going to move that out of the way so we can get this done. Think here, let me do, you're not going to see most of this. I'm just going to go along. This would probably end up being the pan. You could make it, I could have done it in a different color, but you won't really see that part just down here, I think. So let's do a little bit of glue. And actually, do I want to glue it flat? It'd be cool to layer it. So let's do some foam squares, some dimensional elements. I could cut these in half if I wanted to get them like right at the edge there. But I think I'll cut it in half just so I can get it. The birds are chirping a lot today. I can hear them outside. I said it was kind of a wild morning. I got Bevan taking off to San Antonio for going to Fiesta, Texas. And then Jeff had an unusual morning. He had to go out to his office with a trailer and pick up a bull and take him to the auction. Jeff's actually, he's the IT manager at his work, but he has all kinds of odd jobs he gets to do with them as well. It's been very interesting these last almost 6 years, I think. All right, I'm just going to line that up, and that'll give it some dimension. So by adding the dimensional elements, and I could always add a little bit more. It's going to swirl a little bit more around there. Yeah, I like that better. Just barely tap it because I don't want too many harsh lines really. This was a Cricut cut. This was close to my heart. There's tons of design elements on Design Space for Cricut, but I usually click on the purchased ones that I've purchased over the years from close to my heart because that's what I'm used to using. So, but you can pay for them individually or you can do a monthly subscription. All right, let me see if I can pick all this up easily. I don't know what I did with there's my tool. So I've got my Cricut thing. I'm going to see if I can get, like I said, I don't even know if I have all these letters over here still. Any of them have blown away. I guess we'll see. And if I have to recut, let's do Happy Pie Day. Definitely going to have tweezers. And let's see. So this will be a little bit tedious. Let's see if I can get it started. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Make sure there is a couple little pieces. I think it was a little tinier than I anticipated when it cut. So let me see which way it's going to go. All right, we're going to see how this goes. If it doesn't, I may have to improvise. So I want to try to make it as quick as possible too. Looked really cute on the design space. And we got happy. Shouldn't take too much glue. The older I get, the more difficult this becomes with eyesight. There's a P. Let me make sure I've got, that's like the big P. I've got one over here too. Oh. I can get my glue flowing good. Does anybody else celebrate Pi Day or any fun national days? I know that's kind of how we ended up doing this, because I checked the nationaltoday.com, I think is what it is. That Y is going to go over there. It didn't cut super great. I went in to try to weld these letters together, but I was having difficulties because I haven't done that in a while. So I was like, well, I guess I won't do that. I know there's probably some better options. I need to play around a little bit more if I'm going to do titles like this. So I thought, well, maybe I could, I don't know if it's called welding or attaching or something, but, okay, and that one's going to have did. Yeah, that's the word over there. But it's like if I had it cut out, there's so many options. Like I said, if I had a solid white piece in the back and then cut it out, I don't know if that would have worked. So got to do some practicing. Is that a P? I don't have any little P's over there. Did you say pie? So maybe, hopefully I can make this look halfway decent. That's not, what letter is that? Did? Yep, that's a D. It's going to be over here. Find the other. There's a big P. There's a little P. I need those little pieces. So the idea was cute. Just don't know if I can make it look cute. Hopefully it'll all look fine once I get it. Oops. There's a little eye. The only way I can do this is with these tweezers now. I'm going to have to go ahead and locate another set of tweezers, get them purchased in case I were to lose these, because then I would really have some difficulties. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Okay, and then you have to have the little teeny piece of the eye. So I don't think y'all be able to see the any glue issues, but whoops, can see that it's sticking to my fingers. Fun times. Okay, an A. All right, I'm getting let's try to get the hang of it. Didn't quite cut as clean as I wanted to. Even my Daisy cardstock, doing it this time, tiny. There's a learning curve with cutting the Stampin' Up cardstock, because it's a lot thicker than our Close to My Heart cardstock was. I do understand that I think they plan on bringing our Close to My Heart cardstock, the two-tone is what they're calling it, to Stampin' Up in Stampin' Up colors eventually. I'm not sure when that will happen. Okay, there's Happy Pie Day. Okay, it looks cuter on camera than I thought it would. I was a little worried. Even has an exclamation mark. So I need to look and see what all the dots and things I have are. I guess they're all the same because I need one for the exclamation and the question mark. Okay, I think it's supposed to go sideways. There we go. Okay, I'm not messing with it anymore. There we go. Happy Pie Day. Looks pretty good. All right, this came out in 2. I guess the O didn't attach to the Y right here. On the offset, is that what I called it? It's a fairly new feature on Design Space. You can move these out of the way a little bit. So once I get this done, everything else will come together pretty quickly. Kind of came up with this last minute last night. All day I was like, okay, I know what I want to do. I want to do Pie Day. Got my pictures printed. Did good there. And then pretty much at bedtime, when I should have been going to bed, is when I came up with this idea on the Cricut. And this is spelling out did you, or did you say. I may have done that. I did it the same way there. So if you're still hanging with me, thanks for being patient. Sometimes these come together really quickly and other times not so quickly. So while I'm doing this, let me tell you a little bit about what's happening, coming up, all the goodness. Excuse me. So today is what? Wednesday. Not even sure the date. Is it the 26th, the 27th? Now the dog wants out. But let's see. So Friday, I'll do my Feel Good Friday. I'm still debating on 2 different things to do, but I'll be making cards, maybe some fun fold or 1 or 2 fun folds. And then on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to be going live for my June craft along using To Market. I have to look and see if I have I think I have. I'll show those to you at the end. I've got the samples that I created a while back, and I've shared them already, I think, but I'll show you what I'm creating. And the craft along, the idea of it is to, I advertised it early in the month to purchase your kit along with your stamp set, and then you could join me on the last, well, I think it'll be the 4th Saturday of the month, which will be this Saturday, the 29th. And you can craft along. We can craft along together as we make the cards. I'm going to be doing that on a monthly basis. If you missed out on getting your kit, so I'll pre-cut everything for you. Still join me on Saturday to watch everything come together, and then I'll provide you details on how you can still get a kit. But just FYI, we also have bundles, so I'll share those, like that Mediterranean, the citrus bundle that I showed you earlier that had the stamps, the orange stamps, plus the dies. All of those, if it's a stamp set with a coordinating die, they are 10% off now through June 30th. So if there's anything you've had your eye on, you could go ahead and get that to market Stampin' Die set. I haven't looked in the last couple of days what's available or out of stock, but lots and lots of goodies that you can get 10% off. A lot of the Stampin' Dies, if they're in a bundle already, they're already 10% off. And then this month you get an additional 10% off. So pretty awesome deal. Great time to grab those Stampin' Thin Cuts, or Stampin' Dies. I keep calling them Thin Cuts because that's what we called them with Close to My Heart. So again, Saturday is my craft along. Grab your coffee and join me for some crafting fun. If you're local and you ever want to get together, let me know and I'll get you information on that. I haven't set any specific dates yet, but that is something I would love to do, is do some more in-person events. I do most everything online now, but community is super important, I know, for all of us in our mental health, so to get together on occasion is awesome. Okay, we're almost done, and I think I actually have all the pieces over here. I can't believe I didn't lose anything. Okay, yeah, no, I see. I think I have it all. So what else? And then my plan right now, I've got a lot of work to do, but I'm planning on going live in my sales group. So I have a Close to My Heart sale group to sell my retired Close to My Heart products. I've done that a couple of times over the years. I think that actually goes with that one. I think I'm going to put it, I guess I can go ahead and put it down here. It's so tiny, I can barely even get it with my tweezers. This is the one I'm going to lose probably. Anyhow, Sunday, I was going to do it at 7 a.m., but in the middle of the night, I got to thinking I needed to do it a little bit earlier. So I might start at 4 o'clock. I'll let you know for sure. I'm doing a live Close to My Heart retirement sale, but it's going to be called Buy One, Get One. And you shop from my Close to My Heart products, and then you, whatever your purchase amount is, you purchase Stampin' Up products from my Stampin' Up website, pay for the shipping on the Close to My Heart products, and I'll send those to you. So you're essentially getting the Close to My Heart products for free. You're just purchasing new Stampin' Up products in the amount of whatever you chose out of my Close to My Heart stash. So does that make sense? I'm going to send out an email today detailing it a little bit better. But that's why it's called a Buy One, Get One. So you're essentially buying Stampin' Up products from the current selection of products online, and then you're getting my free Stampin' Up or Close to My Heart products shipped to you. You will have to pay shipping on the free Close to My Heart products. That way you get a little bit of Stampin' Up and a little bit of my Close to My Heart stash. There we go. I got it. Did you say pie? Happy Pie Day. All right, so let me put these over to the side and bring back in my page. And then before I get too far off topic, what I was talking about as I'm getting this prepared, I just found out yesterday that Stampin' Up! Is doing bonus days starting July 3rd. And what that is when you spend $50 or more on the Stampin' Up! Website, you'll get $5 in bonus cash that you'll bank until August. So with my sale that I'm doing, if you wait till July 3rd to place your order, which I'm giving you like a week to place your order, then you'll not only get my Close to My Heart products for free, you'll also get, depending on how much, for every $50 you get that you spend on my Stampin' Up! Website, you'll get $5 bonus cash. So I had no idea they were doing that until yesterday. So that's just an added bonus. That sounds super fun. So, all right. So I'm not going to stick that on yet until, let me get these out of the way. I guess I want to kind of figure out where I want these. I just want it to barely poke out, I guess, right here. I think I'll tack those down first. This one I want to come out a little bit further since I'm going to have the cluster of stuff. This one maybe not so much. Okay. So if you have any questions about any of that, let me know. But I have a lot of Close to My Heart product I need to destash. I had to sit on it and wait a little bit to see what I wanted to do with it, but I decided, I was like, I'm not going to have the time to play with everything that I haven't played with yet with Close to My Heart, unfortunately. So you can benefit from my stash. And Debbie, if I'm going to do a live on Sunday, I was like, started to say come over, but I mean, you might could do that too. We'll have to talk and see, but you have to do it before I go live in my group on Sunday. And if you can't, then whatever's left over, I will post. I'll take photographs of everything that's left over and post in my group. Or you could come over and see what I have left type thing. So we'll figure something out. All right. I think it's going to go right about in here. So you can see I'm just making the commitment. And then that'll go like right in here. I like it. All right, so just take those, backing off of those dimensional elements. So I'm busy right now trying to get all that prepped and ready. I'm fixing to cover up the dining room table. All right, I think I've got that down straight. I hope so. I'll text you about the online thing. I think I'm going to start it at 4 p.m. on Sunday. It may go a couple of hours. I'm not sure. So I didn't want to put an end time exactly. But I'm going to start it a little bit earlier so it's not super late for those west of us. And I think I'll only do the one day. A couple of years ago, I did like a week's worth of it. I want this to overlap a little bit, so I think I'm going to bring this down to about right here. And I'm not going to pop dot it anymore because I've already got dimensional elements there and there, so that should be plenty. So I'm getting to where, yeah, I'm liking my liquid glue on occasion. All right, so we'll do like maybe like right here. And then you get a little bit of wiggle room before it dries. Again, I think I will keep, I'm trying to decide. I think I'm just going to glue that right down like that. It is going to go over a little bit. I just don't have the patience right now to add any more dimensional elements. Okay, and I do want it to overlap the bottom of the pie. Okay, hold that down a little bit. Just make sure it secures there pretty good. All right, this is working well. I'm liking this. I think I'm gonna have to put, maybe that's gonna have to get tucked under. Yeah, like that. I'm just trying not to, something like that. I'll secure those maybe in a minute. Maybe like that. Okay, so let's do, my fingers are a little sticky from all that gluing, so I want to be careful. That is like the only thing that kind of drives me crazy about that, because I always get glue on my fingers. All right, so we're putting our photo, 3x4 photo, onto a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 shy shamrock piece of cardstock, which coordinates with this up here. Using my Stampin' Seal. And I think I'll figure out how I want to position my, I want them overlapped a little bit, I think. Maybe a little bit higher like that. There we go. Maybe a little bit tighter. Okay, I think I like that. Then I can have my other title down here with journaling, which, how did it get all the way over there? It got stuck to my arm. All right, so let's put this one down. Making the commitment. Okay, about a 1/2 inch up here. I think I will just layer this down, not do any dimensionals, because my other, some of my other stuff will be maybe using dimensionals. Okay, so I'll use dimensionals for like some of this. Might have to, I want to do it a little bit different than what I have up here. Will that work? I want it underneath maybe. Maybe like that. Gotta play around a little bit with it and see what I like. Guess it's okay if I cover up the pecan pie. There, I think it needs to be, maybe it can be tucked under there like that. Something like that. And then what? We got to go over here. Let's get this title down. I want it like here. It's pretty rough looking in person. But it'll work. Okay, I think I like that. Let me do, I'm just going to glue it right over top of the photos. A little bit. So I think right there. And when I get the pictures taken, that's probably when you'll be able to see the all the glue. Okay. Is that good? I'm going to overlap it just a little bit right there. There, I think that's fun. Did you say pie? Now, where did I have these? Did I have these like, oops, I almost tore that apart. I might can tuck it up under there a little bit. I think that's good. Yep. I'm just gonna use some more of this. Okay, we're getting close to the end. Have some embellishments to do. I don't know if I'll use any ribbon. See if I can get tucked up under there without getting a lot of glue. Let's see here. It's nice to have your clusters like anchored to something. That's why I was like, this one I don't know. I may have to go ahead and do it that side. Still trying to kind of figure that one out. And this one. I think it's got to be out here on this side. I think that'll work. Okay, I'm going to do a dimensional on it. I didn't get that down yet either, did I? I think I will put it up a little bit higher there. There we go. I think that'll work. Okay. So what if I don't have anything glued down? So let's do this. Just secure everything. We will need a dimensional under there, under this one right here. I'm not too worried about the rest of it. We'll just put glue. Kind of tucked up under there, like I didn't take the backing off. I want it over to be, there we go. I'm kind of containing everything into the white. And then this one, maybe a dimensional down at the bottom, at the very bottom. And the rest will be up here at the top. Do I want it under or over? I feel like it needs to be keep forgetting to take the backing off. There we go. Okay. I got, oh yeah, that the kit actually came with, look at the difference in these. You've got the regular size dimensionals and then mini dimensionals. I just got some of the mini in my last order. So I think I'm gonna like those. And I have the option, the variety. Pull it off, yep. All right, and then I'll kind of turn it that way right there. Fun, fun. There, I'm thinking that'll look good like that. Maybe I need to put, excuse me. Or maybe it just needs to go lower. So still not sure how I'm feeling about this one. I don't want to go too far over. Let's see. That might work. Maybe this over here a little bit more. This down. can see the pie is really good right there, so I don't know why I'm so concerned about. I don't know. Okay, got that down. Let's commit to putting some dimensionals on this big one so it pops up. And I'm just trying to decide where I want. I guess I will put that right there. Okay, I'm going to glue this flat down. And I'm going to do it right there. The side, it's going to look similar to that one, but it kind of, that's the look I'm going for. I'll go right there. So I didn't even mention, so I live in Fredericksburg, Texas. If you're not familiar with that, with us, it's a gorgeous town in the Texas Hill Country, not far from San Antonio and Austin, west of there-ish. And we are famous for a couple of things. We're we are a little town, but we have a huge tourist we're a huge tourist town, I guess is how I want to say. So people from all over come here, especially for the wine. I think we're almost as popular as, is it Sonoma Valley? Is that what they call it out in California? And we have wineries up and down Highway 290, up into the main street of Fredericksburg, all over the place, really. And then we also have peaches, lots and lots of peaches, and it is peach season right now. I think it's from like June to August, if I'm correct. But so there's little local farms up and down 290 and 87 out where I live that have stands, stores, shops they've built along the highway that you stop at to get your fresh produce, vegetables, fruits, and lots of peaches. So I'm kind of wondering if I want to put any of this anywhere. I'm not sure what I would do. Let me look real quick and see if there's, it's just pretty, but I don't know that I need it on here anywhere. I didn't run any underneath. I don't think so. It might be an afterthought. I might do something with it later. Don't really, same thing with that. I think I'm just going to finish it up with some of these shimmer gems, which are in all the colors of the 2024-2026 in colors. So we've got Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, Pretty in Pink, and Petunia Pop. So there's that pink right there. Maybe I'll do it in pink to bring in a little bit of that pink. I think that's what needs to be done. So there's two sizes. So you got a large, and I should be using my I always forget. What is it called? I even put it in the description. I want to say pick a tool, but it's not pick a tool. Take a I cannot remember what the name of this is. To save, I'm going to have to put it right here. I'm going to have to make myself a little label. So it's got this little putty take your pick tool. Is that what it is? Take your pick, I think. I have no idea. I crack myself up every time I want to use it, and then I can't remember what it's called. Okay, so let's do a big one. I think it's take your pick tool. So what's cool about it is that like this screws out and you can put on these different elements. So this pops out all the little pieces out of your dies when you do them and they don't come out, especially those that have little bitty dots and things. And then this, it comes with, I think this came with the putty thing and then this poker. So it's a piercing tool and you twist it and then it has a spatula on the back of it. This is like the one tool that I couldn't wait to get. And it also comes with a stylus. So I feel like this all came together and then it had this and some sponge thingies that you get like 2 of these things so you can roll it across like that. So pretty cool tool. I haven't used it to its best uses yet. And I never can remember the name of it, but it is what it is. Take your pick. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Take your pick tool. And my stomach's starting to growl, so I apologize if you can hear it. Okay, let's see here. I think I want one here. And then a little one there. Maybe I'll just put a little one, because I like the cluster of 3s. This will work right there. Okay, and then of course we're going to have some up here too. So let's figure out where we want those. Maybe down here. Probably. I'll just do one right there. I'll have to get some more of this because I'll be all out of my pretty and pink. And I'm going to do it right there on the face. All right. There you have it. Happy Pie Day. Did you say pie? I just have to add my journaling down here. I'll probably just do, well, there's several things I can do. I have this, I can do strips. Sometimes I do strips of cardstock with the, and cut it into like 1/4 inch strips. So that's a fun way to do it. And I can also, I was trying to grab my, this is clear shipping labels. So it's a full 8.5 by 11. And I like to do my journaling on this too. So I could do a little bit more journaling and then do a little rectangle right down here and layer it right on. It's kind of like using vellum, but then once it goes on the page, you can barely see it. So when I'm completely finished with the page, I will share with you. And just so that you're aware, I'm not sure if I have some of the completed ones in here. I don't think I do. This is my story and sketch, which I've been doing for a while. I might cut out, so give me a second. All right, so hopefully you can hear me. I'm not cutting out on you. I just wanted to grab one of my albums to share with you why I do the 8.5 by 11 pages. I've been doing these since 2021. I did about a year's worth and then stopped, and then I just started them back up again because I realized these were some of my favorite pages to make. Thank you, Joe, for the, I should have looked over and I could have saved myself some grief. Anyhow, I like doing these 1-page 8.5 by 11 pages because I can share like a little story with 1 or 2 photos that I wouldn't normally do a full 2x2 scrapbook layout of. So they're more everyday memories and not events and things like that. So that's really why I love them. And this is my first one that I ever did. And I can go like all the way back to, my early days. So this was in high school. I did this one. And this one was about my basketball coach in high school and something that he shared with me. I remember walking through the high school parking lot and he told me, find a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. And he told me, don't ever pick it up if it's not heads up, because that's not good luck. And so I kind of wrote the story down here and I passed it on to my children. But, that's not something I would have normally scrapbooked. So, I do little things about Jeff and I. Our favorite place to eat in Fredericksburg is Hondo's. Coffee time with my daughter. So, and I'm able to have a lot of fun with different products and different techniques on a smaller scale. So, that's why I would really encourage you to start a album like this. I have 2 full albums already, so I have about 40 to 50 pages done, I think. And they're all single pages. I don't have them in any particular order. As I create them, I put them in the album. So this was my first one, this was my second one, and so forth. So you can go back, and I have lives that I did on all of these back in 21, I believe is when I did these. And I used lots of flip flaps. Like this one, you can see I had fun just figuring out how to use all kinds of photos. I'll probably go back. I really want to, when I have time, to make sketches of all these. This is when I was 1.5 years old. So that's my grandpa right there. He passed away shortly thereafter, back in 71. And so I didn't really ever know him, but those are his hands and his legs right there. And I'm dancing. So I shared a story about that. So just lots of fun things. And this has been one of the most rewarding projects that I've done over the years. So I'm going to continue doing them. I bought up a bunch of 8.5 by 11 albums from Close to My Heart, along with page protectors, so I could continue doing that with things like this. So I've already done, I started at the 1st of June, my series again, Story and Sketch. And my plan is here on out for however long to do a weekly Wednesday story and sketch 8.5 by 11 page using fun products from Stampin' Up. So that's kind of the reasoning behind this. So I thank you for joining me today. I hope that you will join me on Friday for my Feel Good Friday live with Pamela, where I'll create some fun cards and 3D projects. Right now I've just done cards. I'm going to start getting into the 3D projects. Maybe we'll see, making little treat things, holders and things, but really into the fun folds right now. So that's what Fridays are usually focused on, because everything else I do mostly is scrapbooking. And then also I will include a link. I don't have it in the description yet, but I'm going to add about joining my newsletter, because I'm working on getting consistent with my newsletter and sharing information and sharing like what happened the past week with links to my lives and so forth, just to inform you a little bit more and remind you that I'm here creating and sharing. So if you have any questions, let me know. I hope y'all have a wonderful Wednesday, and I hope to see you Friday and Saturday for my craft along. So just come and join me at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday as well to create, and I can share those with you actually real quick. I said I was going to do that and I forgot. I have my cards inside the kits I've already cut, but just so you can kind of see what I have available, I'm going to create a card class once a month that has the pre-cut papers for you. You would just need to purchase the stamps and dies along with inks, but you'll get all the paper pre-cut except for maybe things like this. This is the pattern paper that you'll use your dies to cut out with. We'll fussy cut this, but you'll get like this white piece and then all this paper pre-cut. You'll get along with your kit each month, you'll get embellishments as well to go along with it. So just an example, this is how some of the packaging, it would come like this. This was my Latte Love. And if you're interested in my Latte Love card class, I gave these free for a $50 order back in May. You can purchase them for $20, and I'll send you this Latte Love class kit plus my PDF, and that will create these fun cards. I figured I might as well share this with you real quick because I have a few of those left over that I'd like to get rid of. or get out the door, I guess would be the better word. You can create this using that. You do need the Latte Love stamps and dies along with that. And remember, they're additional 10% off this for the rest of the week through June 30th. So I had 2 fun folds, well, a fun fold card plus the gift card holder. That's what this is a gift card holder. And then just a regular card, 2 regular cards as well, I think. There we go. Okay, nothing inside, but super cute collection. Again, I do have some of these kits still available, so you can message me if you would like more information on that. All right, hope to see you Friday and Saturday. Come and join me and just spend some time watching me create these fun cards right here. I have 2 fun folds and then 2 regular cards with some fun techniques. So have a great Wednesday. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.